Hey guys, Paul James Caden here with the Spirits Channel, Portals to the Supernatural. And today I figured I would do a short session with the Transcend Theory app. This is an app I've done a lot of experimentation with in my personal time. I tried it on my channel and videos once or twice, and I never really got great results with this app, which is a shame because this is an app you're paying money for, and I think I paid $10.99, $11.99 somewhere in that ballpark for this app that was said to have a lot of promise, and I've never really gotten anything significant. I've never really gotten any replies that were meaningful in a session, and I've seen a lot of other paranormal investigators and ITC researchers get the same results, which generally weren't good. Long pauses, meaningless words, gibberish. But I've decided to give this app another try. Just spur of the moment, do a short video, 5 minutes or so, do a session, and see if anything will come through. But before we do get into the session here, I want to say that I pulled the app up on my screen and I'm screen recording this session because I think this is the best way to do a session with an app. I see a lot of ITC researchers, they turn on an app on their phone and then they film the phone with a camera, and they're either too far away or not focused very well. So if it's something like this where there's words on the screen, you as the viewer can't really see what's coming up on the screen. And it also distorts the sound. You can't hear the sound very well. So if there is something there, it makes it more difficult to hear. So I think it's best for me doing the session in real time to do it this way, and for you, the viewer, who sees the results afterwards, to be able to see the app front and center, just like I'm looking at it right now, so you can see and hear clearly everything that's going on or not going on during the session. The second thing I see is a lot of ITC researchers, they get apps, they turn them on, and they don't use them properly. Now, I get it, especially if you're a guy, which I am. We don't like to read directions. We don't like instructions. We bungle through. We figure it out. And most times we do figure it out. But sometimes there are little nuances in things like this app that if we don't set it up right, we're not going to get the optimal results that we should get if we get results. So the thing you want to do with Transcend Theory app, if you're using this app or if you're an ITC researcher, you want to set it up correctly. So opening the settings, you'll see first at the top it says a dark theme. You can turn that off and the screen will, be white and bright. I like the dark theme because it's easier on the eyes. You want to make sure that everything is set up the way you want it. The voice, the reverb is on, the time, the gain, the dry wet. This little diagonal formation that I have works best for me. I like the way it sounds. It's clear. It doesn't have too much distortion when a word is said. And you want to make sure that you have your filter. I generally keep it on low. Medium is okay, but the higher the filter, the more gibberish it filters out and the longer it can take for responses. So I like medium or low on the filter, and I'm going to leave it on low for this session. So then when you come back to start the app, I see a lot of ITC researchers using Transcend Theory. They just hit the play button. Now what's going to happen here, if anything comes through at all, it's going to be gibberish.
There
There you go. Gibberish. Backward words. Doesn't really mean anything. And this is improper. This is not the way to use Transcend Theory. The way you want to use it is hit the play, hit the transcribe if you want to see the words on the screen, and turn on the filter so you filter out that gibberish. Now the app is set up the proper way that the creators want you to set it up to get optimal results without a lot of problems or gibberish. So now that the app is set up, let's ask the question: are there any spirits around me right now who would be able to communicate with me through this device and through this app? If anyone is there, please do let me know. My name is Paul. I come in peace, love, and light, never meaning any harm or disrespect. So if anyone is there who would like to communicate, please let me know you're here. Now the thing I usually get with this app, and I see a lot of other people get as well, is just this. You ask a question and there's the long pause. Or a word will eventually come through that doesn't mean a whole lot, if anything. It's just a random word. This app supposedly has the letters of the alphabet embedded within it, and I think certain small phrases that Spirit can choose. So they can actually type out their answer using almost like a typewriter, within the app. So if that's the case, we shouldn't be getting a lot of random, nonsensical words. Spirit should be able to...
You act power tap.
Like this. I asked if there are any spirits around. Let me know you're there. We had a long pause, and the first words we get is your act power tap. Now that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we'll take into consideration maybe this app is a little difficult for Spirit to use. So we'll ask once again if there are any spirits around me who would like to communicate through this app. Please let me know you're here. Tell me something about yourself, your name. Are you a man or a woman? Are you an angel? Just tell me something about yourself if you're here. Or you could simply say yes, to just alert me you're there and you're trying to communicate with me. And I'm not a big fan of apps that have like the word generator. I see a lot of, ITC researchers, use these kind of apps or word generating apps, and they try to read something into every word that pops up. They try to squeeze meaning out of it for the reading, for the session. And, I think that's just kind of disingenuous. It makes us look kind of silly, trying to force a meaning on a word or a phrase like your act power tap. That just wouldn't make any sense. So this is something we want to try to avoid if we're going to, try to do honest research with this kind of thing. We have to try to keep it as real as possible. And I know Spirit can use anything. There are people that say they've had great results with this app, so I'm sure Spirit can use it. if they really wanted to. So if anyone is there, could you please let me know that you're here? Speak a word, type out a word, simply say yes, and then we'll continue the conversation. In fact, in the last few moments of this session, we'll keep it that simple. If anyone is there, you can access this app and just type 3 letters, YES, and that will let me know that you're here.
Our area.
Our area. Now see, I could try to squeeze a meaning into that, but I won't. And I don't do that sort of thing. What I'm asking Spirit is very simple to type. YES. I'm going to give it one more minute. If there are any spirits around me right now, please type yes, YES. And if this app is too difficult for Spirit to use, maybe we can keep it that simple where I could just ask yes or no questions. Does that sound good to you?
Hey.
If so, can you type the word yes to let me know that you're there? And we got A. So again, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to turn the app off. I don't want you guys looking at, a blank screen here with nothing going on with the Transcend Theory app for a long time. I just wanted to run through how to set it up, try a short session, and if something came through, then I would continue onward communicating with Spirit, but nothing came through. This has usually been my experience with this app. I'm not so much a fan of it. I'll try it again. You know, sometimes I've had apps where after more than a few tries, that things will actually start coming through. But I've had some pretty good sessions with some pretty junky apps that were free. I didn't even pay anything for them. They were the most cheesily set up apps you could imagine, and I've gotten direct responses that were fairly clear. So I'm not understanding why this, which allegedly, a lot of research and work and planning went into it, and it's costing, $11, $12 to buy it, we should be getting better results than this. And ITC researchers, by and large, should be getting better results with this. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm not really a great fan of this particular app. I don't think it's worth the money. I wouldn't recommend buying it. But maybe someone out there has had better results. If you tried this app and you've had great results, or even if you had bad results, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your experience with Transcend Theory. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video.